here at Mallala Raceway. We've got the Superbikes on the racetrack. The Shell Superbike Series bringing together Australia's best riders. Let's take a look at the lineup, the top 12 for you here today at Mallala Raceway. Sean Giles on the Ducati has pole position at 108.66, and alongside of him is Martin Craigle on the Team Kawasaki. That puts Robbie Baird on the second row on the Winfield Honda, and alongside him Kirk McCarthy on the Winfield Honda.
Row 3, 22, Jason McEwen on the Ducati, the brand new 916. Peter Goddard alongside him, the Ansett Air Freight Suzuki. Matthew Mallala, welcome back to Matthew. Row 4, and alongside him Steve Martin on the Melbourne Suzuki GSXR.
The next lineup is David Emerson on the Kawasaki at 112.39, and Alistair Maxwell on another Kawasaki ZXR alongside of him. That gives you Michael Brenton on the Yamaha, and John Orchard also on a Kawasaki ZXR to round out the top 12. Machine's heading back to the start-finishing line. I think all motorcyclists around Australia were saddened to learn of the death this past week of Arthur Blizzard, who was one of the greatest motorcycling administrators, one of sport's great administrators. To Jan, to Gary, to Sandra, and all the Blizzard family, on behalf of all at Seven Sport, we pass on our sincere condolences. Nice to have joining us a man that Arthur Blizzard helped in his early days of motorcycling, Wayne Gardner. Wayne, big day at Mallala, a lot of people here, and you've had a tough start to it so far. It can only get better, son.
Yeah, I hope so. Yes, it is a huge crowd here today, and yeah, I had my first race just then, but I got shunted off by Jimmy yet a second time, so I'm getting a little sick and tired of this. We've got another race is over.
Just about set to go, and they're off.
Down toward turn 1, and it's Kawasaki Ducati side by side. Great launch off the line there. Very tidy start from the Superbikers as they head down toward pit straight for the first time. Good start from Sean Giles. Leads them through down toward the hairpin. There's 6. He's in trouble too. Kirk McCarthy on the Winfield Honda.
Martin Craigle on the Quacker, looking pretty sharp out here so far in the race.
Martin Craigle in control, leads it through, and I think it's Goddard. Bike 18 in second position. No, it's Steve Martin.
Oh, that's
Melbourne
close.
Suzuki, and Sean Giles just sneaks down underside Martin there.
That Ducati is going to be very, very hard to stop. I mean, Sean's a very good rider, but I was watching him practice. The acceleration of that Ducati is just phenomenal.
Oh, look how close they get here.
That was near a high side there.
Yes, it was.
So Martin slips back to third position. He's got Robbie Baird coming. Oh, almost a high side for bike 22. Jason McEwen, the second of the Ducatis. How did he catch that?
I think he was very, very lucky. I think chewing gum on his bum.
Very evenly matched, these top 5 bikes. Bike 3 coming into the equation too. Matt Mallala, the comeback boy.
Just looking at Matt walking down through the pits this morning. It's a gingerly job he has to do, but he's still keen about his cycling.
Looks like a bit of a war. Here's Robbie Baird. Look at that. Great stuff under brake. Steve Martin has to relent, and it looks like Jason McEwen, indeed, 22 sneaks through as well. So Steve Martin getting shuffled back through the pack in this 8-lap contest, Shell Superbike Series. Boy, he's really come under fire. He's got both barrels from the Ducati boys. Look at 19. He tries to look down the inside. Giles really on a charge here. He's got Marty Craigle right in his sights. Just around
out of the court. He's not doing a bad job. You have a feeling the pressure's about to arrive at the next right-hander.
Gee, when you look at these two bikes, the size of the Kawasaki, it actually looks physically big. Look at the size of the Ducati. It's a very narrow bike, very small, and obviously a lot lighter as well. And it's also, I think, a 955cc. So it's a little bit unfair in one sense, but there's not too much between the bikes.
They've also readjusted the weights on the World Superbike Tour, which is in effect this weekend. Oh, look at him just turning on the brakes there. Absolute maximum braking from Marty Craigle as he tries to hold out the Ducati.
Yeah, that's good dirt track riding. I'd say he's had some dirt track background. That's very, very controlled and very good.
Sean Giles tucks down under the screen, down on the tank, side by side. Look at the brakes of the Duke right up the inside. Thanks very much. And you can see, as Wayne said, the physical size difference between these two bikes. It's like a 250, that Ducati.
Very much. It's a tiny little thing. And I was actually having a close look at it yesterday in practice. It's a beautifully manufactured bike. It's absolutely stunning.
Sort of thing you put above your mantelpiece. It's too good to race.
You'd hate to race it. You might fall off it.
Jason McEwen up to third. The gap between second and third, that's opened up to almost 100 metres or so. But the leader starting to pull away just a little bit from Craigle.
Steve Martin.
That's what you call stepping out.
A little bit too much grip and torque there.
Steve Martin doing a great job holding him out. Bike 4, Peter Goddard too. Boy, isn't he going gangbusters. He gets up the inside, almost of Robbie Baird. The RC45 a little stronger on the brakes there, so he'll lead Peter Goddard through.
Peter's a very, very stylish rider, very conservative. You won't see many accidents from him, and I really do like his riding style. He's always in control, where, as you can see, some of them aren't really that much. A couple of times, I mean, they're all trying very hard, obviously.
Well, he's a guy with enormous experience, isn't he, in 500cc Japanese competition as well as on the World Tour. So coming up to lap one of the slower riders there, bike 29, stays out of the way. Robert Banalini.
We're certainly not going to catch Gilesy this time. He's long gone.
Oh, look at the gap he's opening up, 2.2 that time around, so he's really got the hammer down. Look at the Mallala there carving through the slower traffic. And I know Matt, their plan today is stay on the bike. It's quick laps in, get his confidence back, and he's certainly doing that. There he is, the man who dominated Superbike competition in Australia like never before in 1992, and he's had a wretched 3 years, hasn't he?
He's an extremely talented guy, and he's feeling a little bit low at the moment. He had, as everyone probably knows now, a microlight crash and broke his ankle pretty bad.
Leader has bolted. Checkered flag time this time past.
Giles, he's just doing this easy. He's on his last lap here now and looking very smooth.
Yes, he's coming in to take the checkered flag. Sean Giles out of there, stands it up across the line, does it very, very comfortably. Craigle's going to pick up second. The battle for third, fourth, fifth and sixth seems just about resolved as they started their last lap. Let's recap that on the Shell race score for you. Sean Giles, the winner on the Ducati, a fine ride. Martin Craigle on the Kawasaki finished in second. McEwen third. Robbie Baird was fourth, and Peter Goddard on the Suzuki rounded out the top five.